everybody, it's Angie. Welcome to Hot and Flashy and welcome back to my bathroom. I'm sorry about the bad lighting and the bad acoustics, but it's just the way it is in here. It's nighttime, so I don't have any nice light coming in through the windows, but we're going to do Get Unready with me, and I'm going to show you my nighttime skincare anti-aging routine. If you want to watch my morning skincare routine, I'll post the link in the info bar below. And then you can watch them back to back and see my whole routine every day. All right, so I use vitamin C in the morning, a vitamin C serum. And in the evening, on alternating nights, I use Retin-A and a glycolic acid cream, which is an alpha hydroxy acid that is good for exfoliating. So for aging skin, the main things that you need to be applying are like vitamin E, vitamin A, Retin-A and alpha hydroxy acid, some antioxidants, and of course lots and lots of good moisturizers. So let's get started, and I'll walk you through the steps and I'll explain each item as I go through. So I thought it might be easier if I film this me talking to you through the mirror, so I'm going to give this a try, so bear with me. So there we go. I'm going to take off my makeup, and what I use is for eye makeup is the Almay oil-free pre-moisten pads. And if you don't like a greasy residue when you remove your eye makeup, you have to be sure to get the oil-free pads. They make two, and the packaging is practically identical, except one says moisturizing, and the one that is non-greasy says oil-free. So I pretty much use, depending on how much makeup I have, I use one or two of these on each eye at night. So I'm going to use two tonight. So I just basically press them onto my eyes, which are closed, and just pat them on there and let the ingredients kind of soak into my eye makeup, because I don't want to do a lot of rubbing and pulling. So I just kind of press it on and then just wipe it away. And you can see two little eye-shaped dirty patches, and then that is pretty much it. Okay, and then if I have a lot of extra around at the bottoms of my eyes, I'll use the simple eye makeup remover and a Q-tip and just put a tiny bit onto the tip of the Q-tip and just use that. This is my close-up mirror. So I just use that to go in and get off whatever is left there. And then this is the dry side. I hope the audio is working out with this. I hope you can hear me. All right. So now that my eye makeup is off, I am going to wash my face. For my evening face wash, I use the CeraVe face wash, and this is the CeraVe moisturizing cleanser. It contains ceramides and hyaluronic acid, so it doesn't disrupt the moisture barrier on my face, and it's very gentle. I use this in combination with my Mia 2 Clarisonic face scrubber. All right. First, I just wet my face. And I usually will do one or two squirts of the CeraVe. And I just like rub it over my face, including my eyes. And what's nice about it is it doesn't sting at all, so then I can open my eyes. All right. And now I use my Clarisonic. And you know, this is a 2-minute cycle. So I start up on my forehead. And you just rotate it around, and it does 30 seconds in each area. And I actually go on my eyes now while I'm doing my forehead, so I just close each eye and gently press it. And it just beeps, so now I'm moving on to the other area. And I do underneath my chin. And in general, you don't really need to press this very hard. You can just rub it very lightly over the surface of your skin. And you see I'm barely holding it. And so I'm not really pressing it and having it rub my skin and move it all over the place. It's a vibration. This is a sonic technology, so it vibrates. And you can see how dirty that is now. So then while I have the water running, I just take a little soap and give that a scrub. So that's all clean and ready to go tomorrow. And instead of drinking out of my cup, I keep my Clarisonic in it and then it dries. All right, so now my face is ready to be rinsed. And just pat dry. My bathroom's gray. I just had it redone. I got these gray towels. You know what, I used to always use white towels and they would have lots of makeup on them. I love gray towels because you can't see all the makeup on them, so I just rub right underneath my eyes to get the extra makeup off. Okay, so I like to pat dry so that I leave a little moisture still on my skin. And then right away, before it dries too much, I take my Olay Regenerist Micro-Sculpting Serum. And I just take 3 little pumps of that. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I only take 1 because I'm using my my Retin-A tonight. So I put 2 on there, but I'm only going to use half of it. I'm going to put the other half on the back of my hand. But basically, I just take 1 pump on the Retin-A nights, and I put that just on my eyes. And I use this as an eye cream, and then I put it here at the corners of my nose, and I go around my lips with it. And then I just gently rub that in because the reason I'm not putting it all over my face is I want my Retin-A to be the main and first thing that makes contact with my skin so that my skin really absorbs it in and it can really work well. Now, I'm putting this in the places where you don't put the Retin-A. So you don't put Retin-A anywhere near your eyes or near the corners of your nose or the corners of your mouth. And I don't really put it up here or just pretty much around your mouth. Any place that is like a mucous membrane is very sensitive, and so it's just too harsh for there, and it causes a lot of peeling and redness. The reason I use the Olay Regenerist Micro-Sculpting Serum, this is an antioxidant serum. So I will be putting on more of this after I put on my Retin-A. But the thing with Retin-A is, I keep forgetting which way I'm talking. The thing with Retin-A is that in order to not have any irritation with it, you need to put it on completely dry skin. So after you wash your face, you need to let it dry completely. And the instructions on my tube recommended waiting 15 to 20 minutes before you apply it. It said that it was fine to put on a moisturizer first and then wait the 15 to 20 minutes and then apply it. But I feel like I want it to be the first contact with my skin, and so it will soak it in more, and then I put the moisturizer on top. And then I'm going to wait the 15 minutes, and then I'm going to put this on. This is the Retin-A that I have. I got a prescription from my doctor, so I got the 0.05%. All right, and this is just the generic cream. So this does not contain a moisturizer. There are some brand names that do contain moisturizer. There are different mixtures. You can also mix this with a moisturizer if you want, but the way I do it is I just use this alone, and then I just put my serum on right over it, and then I put my moisturizer right on over it. So it wants to go on dry skin, but once you have it on, then you can just layer things right on top. Okay, so now it's time to wait 15 minutes, and usually while I'm waiting the 15 minutes for my face to be sure that it's super dry, I change into my jammies and I brush my teeth. And I also use sonic technology to brush my teeth, just like I do to wash my face. So I use the Sonic Hair toothbrush. So I'm just vibrating everything up here at night. All right, so I'm going to do that, and then I will be back to show you how I apply the Retin-A. All right, so I'll be back in 15 minutes. Okay, so what I forgot to mention before I left for the 15 minutes is that I do put something on my lips because they do feel so dry when I'm waiting the 15 minutes. So I have been using Rosebud Salve for, I can't even tell you how many years now. I love the stuff. It's, you know, it's mainly just petroleum jelly with a little bit of lovely scent in it. So anyway, I butter up my lips for the night before I wait the 15 minutes. And then I put on more of this before I go to bed to keep my lips moisturized all night. I am up to every other night with my Retin-A. When I started 3 months ago, I started using it once a week on Sunday night. And then, so I did that for 2 weeks. And then the next week I did it twice a week. So say Sunday and Wednesday. And I did that for 2 weeks. And then, you know, so it took me a month to get up to twice a week. And then it took me another month to go from twice a week up to every other night, which is where I'm staying for now. So over the course of 2 months, I was able to work up to every other night with my Retin-A. And then on the other nights, I use an alpha hydroxy acid. And this one is from Paula's Choice. It's from the Resist line. And this is a 5% glycolic. Okay? Now, the reason that I do these every other night is that you can't put these on the same night. Tretinoin, Retin-A, is a very unstable molecule, and it doesn't react well when you apply acid over the top. So, so you can't put these on the same night. So in order to get the full skincare benefit of doing an exfoliant plus my Retin-A, I do them every other night. And with this, you do not have to wait the 15 minutes. You wash your face. I would put on the serum, then I put this on, then I put on the moisturizer. Okay? So that is for exfoliating. Now this also exfoliates, and vitamin C also exfoliates. So I have a lot of exfoliating going on, but it's really the cell turnover that keeps your skin looking fairly fresh and young. And the Retin-A also helps to stimulate collagen production and helps to reduce the visible fine lines and wrinkles. For the big wrinkles, there's really nothing topical you can apply. You know, for the marionette lines in here, or if you have the 11s between the eyebrows, or, you know, the big smile lines out here, they're, you know, those are from repetitive motions of your face, and those you really cannot fix with a topical. Those you have to go and get, you know, Botox or a filler of some sort. Now, I do use Botox right here between my eyebrows on my 11s, but that's it, no filler, no other Botox. The reason I'm saying that is because a lot of people have asked me lately if I use fillers and Botox, and I just wanted to put it out there that I do use Botox. I do love Botox. I will probably use fillers in the next couple of years because I feel like some days these are a little overly shadowy. I can still fix them right now with just putting some highlighter in there. But I actually, last time I talked to my Botox person, I was talking about doing my eyes around here. So if in a couple of weeks you see me and suddenly I'm not smiling with my eye crinkles coming out anymore, I may have tried it. You know, it doubles the price, so I'm trying to ease into it slowly and put it off as long as possible. But anyway, that's my thing about Botox and wrinkles. So now, it has definitely been 15 to 20 minutes, and I'm not going to show you how I put this on because this really is more a Retin-A video, and I think people have more questions about how to apply Retin-A more than they do other things. All right, so for the Retin-A, you need to use literally a pea-sized amount. So look, that's like pretty much a pea-sized amount sticking out there. So I'll just scrape that off on my finger, and that is pretty much what I'll use in any given evening. Okay, so that's all you use. Retin-A is not one of those things where more is better. More just makes your skin hurt, I'm afraid to say. So that's why I use the 0.05. I used to use the 0.1, and it was way too harsh for my skin. I was peeling all the time, I was dry and red, and with that much irritation is not good for your skin. So if you're using Retin-A and your skin is all inflamed, I mean, it's fine for the first couple of weeks, but you should adjust to it. But if you've been using it for a while and your skin has not adjusted, then you should dial back. You should start using it less nights, or you should get a different prescription for a lower concentration. Because with Retin-A, the thing is, it's not the strength of the formula that you use, it's the frequency that you use it. So if you use a 0.01 or a 0.05 and you can use it every night or every other night, that's way better than using the 0.1 like twice a week, okay? So it's consistency. If your face needs to get this chemical on it consistently so that it's in the skin, and the second you stop using it, it stops working. So it kind of stinks. But so anyway, that is why you want to work up to using it as often as possible. No more than once a day though, okay? And no more than a pea-size amount. You don't need to be slathering this all over. Your skin communicates, the cells communicate with each other. So even though you're only putting it in these areas, it is literally traveling from cell to cell all over your face. And I can attest to that because when I first started using it a couple years ago, and I was using the 0.1, which was the stronger formulation, you know, I never put it inside my eyebrows or inside really pretty much where my ocular bone is. So that's it. I just patted it in. And it's in. So I had never put it in here. I went to have my eyebrows waxed, and I didn't mention to the woman that I was using Retin-A. I didn't think you had to. And she was waxing my eyebrows. She had the wax way down here. When she pulled it off, she ripped off like 10 layers of skin. I was bleeding. I had a scab there for a week. It was disgusting. And the second she did it, she goes, "Oh my God, you use Retin-A." And I'm like, "Yeah, was I supposed to tell you?" And she's like, "Yes, you're supposed to tell me. You can't have your eyebrows waxed with Retin-A because I'm like, "But I don't put it there." She goes, "It doesn't matter. It travels. You know, your skin, your cells communicate. It gets everywhere, and it makes your skin so super sensitive." So that's why you also have to wear sunscreen every day if you're using Retin-A, if you're using vitamin C, if you're using a glycolic. All these things make your skin extra sensitive to sunlight. And so if you're a person who normally tans or burns in, 3 hours, when you're using these products, you'll burn within, say 15 minutes. Your skin is so photosensitive that you really have to keep it out of the sun completely if you're using this stuff, because you can do more damage to your skin that way. So then after I do my face with one little pearl-sized amount, then I do my chest and the backs of my hands with another little pearl-sized amount, because you want to put all your anti-aging treatments down your neck and on your chest and on the backs of your hands as well, because those are, as you know, the true giveaways of aging skin when you don't take care of all that stuff that also shows, and you don't want to have like 60-year-old looking hands on a younger looking face. All right, so right on top of this, you don't have to wait. We're only waiting because I'm blabbing, but literally you don't have to wait. You back to the Olay Regenerist, and now I'm taking the 2 more pumps, and I'm spreading that all over. Now, all the places that I didn't put it earlier, immediately after that, I put on my nighttime moisturizer, which I'm using the CeraVe PM. And really the only difference between the CeraVe AM and the PM is that this one does not have sunscreen in it. It's dark out. I'm not going to be seeing the sun till tomorrow morning, and then I'll put on the AM. It's a wonderful moisturizer though. You buy this at the drugstore. It's really inexpensive. It's like $12 for this, and it has all the best things in it for moisturization. It has niacinamides, it has hyaluronic acid, and it has ceramides. So it's a terrific, any dermatologist will recommend this to you. You really don't need a big expensive product, and I'm going to say a lot of times the expensive products, I don't know, I look at the ingredients and I'm like, it's the exact same thing. So save your money. My big thing is I like to save my money for things that work on my wrinkles, like Botox, because Botox is expensive. You can't get it at a discount. You know, I don't want to spend $100 on a night cream that has the exact same stuff as this and I can spend $12. I want to save that $88 and put it towards my Botox. So, because I know as I get older, I'll be using more and more of it. So here's how much of that I took, 3 little squirts, and I'm just gonna pretty much do the same thing, dot it around, and I put this on my eyelids as well. Now, I told you to put everything on your chest and the backs of your hands. This, I just put on my face and down my neck pretty much. For the rest of my body, which I do moisturize, you know, all up at night before I go to bed, I use Cetaphil lotion, and I use this every morning as well. I do my whole body, head to toe, morning and night. I'm like moisturizer crazy. So for nighttime, I just take now a squirt of this, and that's it. That is my evening skincare routine. I hope you found this helpful. And please feel free to comment below if you have any questions. Let me know. I'm always answering, and I love to hear from you. So as always, thanks for watching, and take care. Bye-bye.